I'm gonna go ahead and rip us off this hiatus we've been on because we should make videos again. So I recently read Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and I was really excited to read this book, even though I didn't really know what it was about before I got it just from the title, because as we all know, I am nothing if not a fangirl. Really excited about the idea of somebody writing about fan culture. Turns out Fangirl's about this girl named Kath, and she's a twin, and they're headed off to college. And they've been pretty inseparable, their whole lives. As they get closer and closer to heading out to school, it seems like her twin Ren is deciding to distance them a little bit. They're gonna have separate roommates, and they're just not sure how it's all gonna work out once they get there. So these girls, since they were probably like, young teenagers, middle school time, have been huge fans of the Simon Snow books. And Simon Snow is like purposefully thinly veiled Harry Potter. It's about a boy named Simon Snow who goes to like a wizard school. One difference is that he has one singular roommate, and his name is Baz, and it's really Bastille, but they call him Baz. And they like hate each other, and they were like put together for some reason, like on purpose, like they were chosen for each other, like there was nothing they could do about it. And they hate each other, and Baz becomes the bad guy. But of course, they decide to start writing fan fiction about them being madly in love with each other. To have these girls be really deep into slash fan fiction culture, I mean, it was like surprising and exciting that this was being represented in like a real, honest to God, like book that you can hold in your hands. Because it's so prevalent and so, I don't know, scandalous, I guess is what I want to say. By the end, I really, really wanted to know what was going on with Simon and Baz. So, and even before they had gone to school, Kath was much more into fandom than Ren. As they got a little older, and she's actually like a big name fan with this huge fan fiction project that she feels like she needs to finish before the last book in the series comes out that summer. So that's kind of like one of her main focuses, and she's trying to juggle that with like the new school and the trying to meet new people thing. She's really not very good at the people thing. So she goes to college and finds this boy who wants to hang out in her bedroom and like lounge on her bed while she reads fan fiction to him for hours and hours and hours. Like, yes, please. Like, this doesn't happen in real life. But I guess that's what boys and books are for, right? There were a few things about the book that kind of just like rubbed me the wrong way. One of the things was like the way that Kath really uses fan fiction as like a form of escape, which I think is very valid, and not just fan fiction, but fiction in general. She does it to the point where it's almost like a little bit pathetic, and I know they're doing that on purpose, but with such an underrepresented and easily misunderstood culture, I just wonder if that was the choice to make as a way to represent us as fangirls. And I feel like an aspect in the story is that she needs a transformation to have less of it in her life, whereas I think I would have more preferred to see somebody who had a little more balance. She was hanging out with a boy, so she stopped writing her story, or she was writing her story so much that she, wasn't doing well and didn't have any friends, and like, I don't know. I mean, I get that adds conflict, but I feel like it could have been done a little more subtly. And one of the other things was with Ren, without being too spoilery, I hope, like it was really severe consequences for the idea for like partying. Like again, I feel like a lot of people can balance, like a lot of people go to college and party, but a lot of people can balance it really well. And I think that you could have had Kath's inner struggle with Ren making new friends and partying and doing these things that Kath feels really are not a part of her life without going to the extreme that the book went to. It's really fun to read about this culture that I've been a part of for so long and seeing it, represented in kind of a new and exciting way in this novel. And I definitely related to a lot. It definitely made me like have crazy reactions like these. It probably shouldn't feel like it's like validating something that's important to me, but it a little bit feels like it's validating something that's important to me, so I'm glad it exists.